amigos? Soy Luis Miguel Díaz Llanesa, como siempre trayéndoles a las personalidades que dan forma al entorno de los negocios en nuestro país y en todo el mundo. Hoy está conmigo el verdadero lobo de Nueva York, Jordan Belfort. Jordan, how are you?
Doing great.
You just gave us a great speech. A lot of action, that's why you keep coming back to. Action is what really drives people. But let me tell you something, I was really moved during your presentation when you said your motivation for rebuilding your life has been your kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what a lot of people don't realize is that when they think about, what moves and what motivates them, they always look for things like, money or a certain goal, and it's really not that. Really, it's about the people that you love, the causes that you believe in. There's so much more power in that. Human beings will always do more for people they love, causes they care about. So with me, when I was in jail, I said, when I thought I couldn't go on, I would close my eyes, see my kids, and that was really that. I couldn't let them down. It was not a possibility. When you get that power behind you, you can accomplish a lot, as long as you have strategy too. So it's always about, it's action combined with strategy.
Okay. When you were back in your 20s and 30s, and we all know what we saw in the movie, it was a life where you were young, had a huge appetite for life, you were going out there, you were taking risks, etc. But now it seems like you're a completely different man. I mean, you still had the power of persuasion back then. I mean, that's what drove you so much. I mean, and you were so successful with your persuasion. But it seems like now you're a mature man who's contrite and who has found a completely different motivation in his life.
I think the things that make sense when you're 23 don't make much sense when you're 53. That's number one, right? And also you learn from your mistakes and you grow stronger from them. And I think that one of the problems a lot of people have is that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does things right and do things that are wrong. And living a disempowered life is about dwelling in your mistakes and sort of using that as a reason why you can't go out and succeed anymore, versus saying, you know what, I made mistakes. I did some things that were wrong, and I'm going to learn from those. That's having remorse. It's right to go back and not to be guilty, where I can't do anything, but to be remorseful and I'm going to go out and change and go out there in a more positive way. And I guess in that way, I think why people relate to my message so much, because everyone goes through tough times in life, and when they see how possible it is to go out and really change your life by sheer force of will and through strategy, it makes a big difference in people's own ability to do it, because they see it's possible. So.
Absolutely. You transmit a very positive, optimistic message. And one that I really like also is when you talk about people being either ducks or eagles, right?
Well, I mean, I think that, listen, many people, it's not that there's so many ducks, there's really not a lot of ducks in the world. There are some with the impossibility notion, everything's impossible, right? But most people, they really have that heart of an eagle, and they really want to soar, they want to improve their lives, they want to improve the lives they love about, people they love, their communities, but they get their wings clipped. Like things happen along the way. So you start off as feeling unstoppable, and you make some mistakes, or maybe sometimes you didn't make mistakes, bad timing, whatever, right? And you take an insult financially, and you start getting these seeds of doubt, and you start thinking with the duck-like, that impossibility notion. You're still an eagle. You still want to go out, but it takes like shock therapy to wake someone up and say, you know what, that's bullshit. That's not the way it's going. You really are a winner. You really are capable of going out there and achieving. And it starts with remembering you got to be a person of action. You got to keep learning, investing in yourself, and growing.
Personal paradigms or peer pressure, what do you think limits people the most?
Some of it is peer pressure. I think more of it is that we're all born unstoppable on day one, and just as we move through life, the way the human brain works is that it always applies a meaning to an experience. So something happens, and you give meaning to it through language, and very often you apply the wrong meaning, because in the heat of the moment when things are going bad, you say, oh, it's me. I'm not meant to be rich. Well, like, I went into business at 21, went bankrupt, and...
You had a meat and fish selling business, which was actually quite successful.
Yeah, but I made mistakes, and so the losers, let's say the duck mentality is, I'm not meant to be in business anymore. Or the eagle's mentality is, next time I go in business, I better learn the rules first. So, it's about really understanding that no matter what happens, you can always learn, and you're not the mistakes of your past. You're the resources and you're the capabilities you glean from that.
Okay. Something that you also shared with us during the session, which was incredible, is you just talked about learning from your mistakes, but also learning new things.
Yeah.
You described how you went through the process of really writing your books.
Correct.
And you had to teach yourself how to write.
You know, speaking was an inborn thing. I mean, writing wasn't. I had to learn. And I guess, you know, the interesting thing is that before I had learned the strategy, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
And then by learning a strategy, I became a proficient writer. So, you know, you're capable of doing so much more than you realize. And once you get the mindset that you're gonna go out there, you're gonna take action, you're gonna learn what you're gonna learn, you're capable of a lot more than you realize.
Absolutely. You have now a successful career being a public speaker, also, you know, mentoring people either from Fortune 500 companies or small businesses on how to really go out there and use the power of persuasion to take their businesses to the next limit. What's next for you?
Good question. Well, you know, listen, my life is great. I got my kids are all healthy. My career's going great. So, I mean, I'm working on some different companies right now, but really, for me, it's about more of the same for the next couple of years. Going out and empowering people, and I'll figure out that I'll know what happens next when it happens.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have any last thoughts or comments?
Just listen. I just think that, you know, in a country like Mexico is a great country, and you know, a lot of educated people, and I think sometimes if there's one thing that people need to realize is that you are capable of greatness. Every human being is. It's a false belief that you think that you have to be, that you're like, I'm just worthy of this. You're not. You know, it's really a mindset issue of getting yourself out of the box and start realizing you're capable of so much more.
Absolutely.
All right?
Jordan, thank you so much. Amigos, fue Jordan Belfort, el verdadero lobo de Nueva York. Muchas gracias por acompañarme y recuerden que para el éxito no hay que trabajar mucho, hay que trabajar inteligentemente. Que la pasen bien. Pues amigos, esa fue la exclusiva que me dio Jordan Belfort en su conferencia El verdadero lobo de Nueva York. Eso fue Mundo Ejecutivo Express Televisión, donde hablamos de negocios entre gente de negocios. Muchas gracias por acompañarme.